morning. Test 1, 2. Testing my audio. How does this sound? Lovely to see all of you in the chat from all over the world. Montreal, Albania, Texas. Waking up early in Texas. London, Korea, Vietnam. Wow. Let me know how my audio is, and I will be starting up in just a minute or two. Good morning, coming to you live from an attic in Brooklyn, New York. It's me, Dan. Happy 2021. Welcome to the first live stream of the Coding Train in 2021. All right. Okay. I'm thrilled to see over here in my monitor that I look like a normal person. Well, I don't know. I don't look like a normal person, but I look like a human being, and the keying is working because as of about 5 minutes ago, the sun was shining incredibly brightly through a window right over there and washing out everything. A cloud has passed, which normally I don't think of as a good thing, but looks like everything is looking good this morning. Hopefully you can all hear me and see me okay. It is lovely to see so many people from all around the world in the chat, and I'm just thrilled to be here on what is now January 8th, 2021 at about 9:35 a.m. Eastern Time. Now, this has been a week. I thought maybe we had put 2020 behind us, but it appears that 2020, the vibe of 2020 is carrying into 2021 quite a bit. I hope that everyone is doing okay, that you're safe and healthy and warm and comfortable. I know that people are facing so many different kinds of challenges all over the world in so many different ways. And I hope that the Coding Train can bring something to you to at least lighten your day a little bit. That's what I'm here to do today. So first, what my goal for today, as in this first live stream of the year, is not to accomplish very much. It's really to just set the table set the stage, if you will, for what I hope to accomplish. I mean, I'm not a big fan of New Year's resolutions, and this is not a live stream of resolutions, but this will be a live stream of planning. I think it will get me. It'll take a little bit of time for me to get really going in 2021. The first couple weeks of January are a little tricky for my schedule. Kids are doing remote school at home, just one floor down. I'm hiding up in the attic. They have nice desks downstairs in class. We'll see if hopefully nothing will go awry while I'm up here live streaming. But once I get kind of ramped up, I hope to be producing a lot of content over the next few months, and I'm going to talk about what that content will be today, as well as do a little bit of cleanup on a couple little remaining projects left over from 2020. I'm going to take a peek over into the chat. Krings is making, I saw this suggestion go by like 4 or 5 times, and I really quite like it. Make Connect 4. Sounds like something in my wheelhouse. I like to make simple games with simple visuals. I like anything that's on a grid. That's good. And 2 players over the network with sockets. So there's a lot of unfortunately there's a lot of great stuff, and I love this idea. So maybe I can add that to my list somehow. Bhavya is asking for me to please say their name, which I just did, while I'm also saying please don't ask me to say your name. It's a little bit, I always feel guilty that I can't do it, and there's too many people asking, so I prefer, I will say people's names here and there. I hope that brings a little brightness to your day, though. Do a neural network, Marcus says, with audio as a CNN, please. So one thing that I should say, just generally speaking, yeah, and this is a great, I'm going to pull up this comment from Christian Wickman. One of my New Year's resolutions is to really get the name pronunciation correct. I'll come back to that in a second. What was I saying? Yes. So I'm not putting machine learning and AI behind me in the sense that it won't be part of my work or videos or content that I'm exploring, but I do want to table that for a little bit. It was the major focus of the fall, and I have other things that I want to focus on this spring, which I'm about to get to. But this is I don't know if I want to just ride the popularity of whatever's the current hype train, so to speak. I think whenever I say train, I just have to blow the train whistle, right? But making a coding train Werewolf Mafia Among Us game would be fun. Agreed very much. I think that could be a great thing to do. I would like to get back to the sort of coding challenges. Simon, I don't know if what you are showing me is your random number generator thing, but if that's what it is, I will be showing that in just shortly. Simon is asking me to show a particular web editor sketch, which I will bring up. All right, thank you, okay, Wiekman, for that. And now everybody's saying, say my name in the chat. Okay. What have I got in store? Let's move over to my laptop here. And let's just get started. So first of all, I don't know if you noticed, new live stream thumbnail design. So I don't know if you can see it anymore because I am live streaming, but if you ever come to one of my scheduled live streams in advance, you will see in the thumbnail a short list of possible topics. So that's something you can look forward to for me helping sort of get organized with letting people know what's on the docket. I also have put in the video description what I'm thinking of doing today. So if only I had access to that, then I would know what I was doing. Maybe somebody who's in the member Discord could paste my list from the description into a chat message, and then I could put it up on the screen. Because I don't know how else I would possibly get something that's on the internet up on my screen. But what I wanted to begin with today is nice audio noise reduction. I haven't done anything different. So Solar Liner says nice audio noise reduction. I do have a new microphone, which is this Elgato Wave product. Every once in a while I have sponsors here on the coding train. I'm looking at you, Elgato. Got some key lights, got a nice microphone. Love this stuff, it's great. And Kobe has come through for me. So let's bring that up here. So let me first begin with this list, which I am now, I guess I could order it differently. Hold on, let me move the Disstream chat down in my layers here. Boom, there we go. So now my head will go over it if necessary. So, topics for today. So I want to talk, I don't know where the sample, I have a sample train whistle to show you. I have a video that I'll show you. So I want to talk about my obsession with random number generators and look at how I'm planning to create a custom unique random number generated piece of art for every member of the coding train, and maybe eventually for anyone who wants to buy one, or everyone in the world that if I could gift one to everyone in the world, I would. So I got to start, it's kind of like a vaccine rollout. I got to prioritize, I suppose. That's really not an apt analogy here at all. But so I want to look at that. I love running and jogging. It's a big part of my life. It's one of the few things. There are other things too that helps with my mental health. Honestly, if it's exercising and jogging in particular outdoors. And Smarter Every Day is starting an initiative. Oh my goodness! We have our first member. Welcome to Passengers, Brian Gallagher. First member of the new year. You have won the opportunity for me to get out my random number book and to find within this random number book a very special, beautiful, singular, unique random number just for you, Brian. And it will be 30,028. Now, I need a system. This is a first experiment. I need a system to keep track of that. It's Brian Gallagher, 30,028. Let's see if somebody can put that as a message into the chat. I'll bring that up on the screen as well because it will be highly relevant for just my first topic. So, but back to what I was talking about. I want to look at this initiative that Smarter Every Day has started called Forrest Gump 500 to run 500 miles in 2021. I can tell you right now, drum roll, please. How many miles have I run? Place your bets, everybody. Get your bets in, place your bets. I have to find my Runkeeper app. I'm going to look at my stats, and I have so far completed in 2021 in my goal 3.2%, 16 miles out of 500 miles. So I wanted to build something that could help aggregate people participating in this initiative to run 500 miles, and I think I could do it through Twitter and revisit my Twitter library. So when I get to that, maybe people want to tweet at Destin if he wants to join and sort of check that out and provide any feedback. But I'm not getting there yet. Who knows if I will get to it, because I'm very famously on the coding train. I make a list of things to do, and I pretty much get through the first one, and I usually don't even finish it. Okay. Thank you. We've got Brian Gallagher, 30,028. So bringing that up on the screen. And it says brain, which I think is a typo, but I kind of love it. I think Simone Yertz famously named her brain, or her brain tumor that she went through an ordeal with, having surgery, Brian. Now Brian is being renamed to Brain. Okay. Yes, and Prati and Simon have both created something for the random numbers that I will take a look at. And I think those are great, wonderful initiatives. I might, just for the way that I work, need to sort of like start from a blank slate a little bit. But maybe we can integrate those or combine them or have multiple front ends to the same database of random numbers. Okay, live poll check-in. If I can get to that, we'll see where that project is at. And then really planning 2021 is probably the most important piece of today. I will say just right now, for those of you who are wondering about schedule, is that I like that Stieg, by the way, suggested. And unfortunately, I can't highlight YouTube chat messages on my screen here, only the member Discord ones. But Stieg writes a member perk for personal MD5 hash, read out by Dan. I do like that idea. Wonderful suggestion for 2021. Appreciate it. Okay. Let's see. Where are we? I'm going through my list. And then one of my New Year's again. I'm not making New Year's resolutions. Because the New Year's resolutions are only. But if I were to make a New Year's resolution, revisiting the Fractal Flame algorithm, making probably a coding in the Cabana video with the Fractal Flame is something I would very much like to do. All right, let's start off with the planning aspect. I feel like this is going to help me get going. I don't know what I should do. Maybe I need to live poll, which I should start with. I like put on music. Yeah. Monthan is saying, you rocked in that collab music video with Flammable Man. Thank you. I worked very hard on my little portion of that. All right, let me go straight into the random number train whistle thing. So give me a second here. That's why I was putting this music on. I'm going to pull something up. Okay, I think I can hide this for right now and come back to it. Okay, so what I'm showing you here on screen is a video that Jason Hegland sent to me. Jason Hegland is the illustrator and designer for all of the Coding Train characters. We have been working, originally it was my intention using the laser cutters, is that what they're called? I don't even remember. The laser cutters that I have access to at NYU to laser etch these wooden train whistles, and I had actually ordered. I have a huge box of them that turned out to be pretty poor quality. They're fine, they're nice, and hopefully I'll do something with them. But I found a company in Vermont that sort of hand makes artisanal train whistles, if you will. They're much nicer quality. They make a beautiful sound. I have one in this house where I live, and it's not this one. This is just a toy train whistle that I ordered off Amazon. But I don't know where I put it. Hey, downstairs, if anyone finds my crazy train whistle, you could bring it up to me. But it's not high priority. Just yelling downstairs. So anyway, that's what the train whistle looks like. And with the pandemic, I sort of haven't been going into NYU. I could probably get back into doing this, but Jason did some experiments out in his shop out in Oregon where he lives. And so this is a video that he sent me of the latest. So I'll show you. First, what you're seeing is the Coding Train characters etched onto one side. And then now, this is really what I want to highlight for you. This is what is etched on another side. So this is the random walk visualization with a little bit of code. And if I zoom way in, you'll see here, I don't know if you can see this line of code says random seed, and this is just a temporary placeholder, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my idea is for to etch in this little code snippet from a random walk with the members a random number right there, along with this random walk visualization that was seeded, is a deterministic, will always, at least with the random number seeding that is in processing or P5 or whatever I use, always reproduce that exact result. So this is currently, and I've lost the YouTube chat. This is what it currently looks like. And I'll just show you like some other experiments. I'm going to keep playing this video. You can see, we were also experimenting with, I guess it's going to zoom in on it. So let me let it go zoomed in. Okay, so that's the random walk side. This is 10print, the 10print design. And then this is, as you see, the marching squares design with I can't remember whether it's Perlin noise or Open Simplex noise or whatever it is in the background. So actually, it would be great to use the live poll to have people vote on which side is their favorite. I think I want to stick with the random walk visualization. It's not the most elegant or beautiful design, but it feels conceptually the closest to the sort of core ethos of the coding train and this sort of beauty or art or visuals through, and it doesn't have to be visuals, but this idea of creative expression through computation, and starting with that sort of like just the very beginning first step is, hey, let's make stuff random. So so I don't know what people think about this. You know, this has been a really long process. I started sort of like working on this idea well over a year ago, I think. I have to go back, look through my emails and messages. So people have been very patiently waiting, who sort of signed up to receive one of these. But you can see that getting closer. So what I wanted to work on today actually is a website that both keeps people's random numbers. Yeah, and Violet is noting that they like the 10 print visualization. I agree. And you know, well, remains to be seen what the final design will be. But the goal for today is, first of all, anyone could on this website type in a random number, hit print, and it would basically maybe get a PDF or an image of this design. So you could etch your own train whistle, maybe set the dimensions. You know, so I don't want this to be limited to only people who are able to sort of pay for the membership. But I will make the one, you know, Jason and I and anybody else who collaborates will make the custom train whistle for the members. So I want to build this website that both is a database of people's random numbers, as well as letting anybody put their own random number in and generate their own design. Okay, everybody with me? You got it? This is what I'm working on today. And then, yeah, so so I found the code that I worked on briefly like a while ago when I was very quickly sending Jason samples to work with, and I haven't actually looked at it. So let me, so we can see here, I've got a folder here with, and this must be, yeah, this is the random walk visualization. I think this is exactly what is on that whistle. Does that look like it matches to you? I tried a version that made a PDF actually. Oh, that's interesting. Which one did we end up using? The PDF, or this is the 10 print design, and then this is the marching squares design. So let's go with the random walk to sort of see. Now, why did I make a PDF? Now I'm stuck. I'm flummoxed. I'm stymied. Well, we can open them both up and see what the difference is. I can't remember ultimately whether the system that Jason is using with the particular laser is, the etcher is using a PDF or an image. But either way, let me do the image one because that'll translate better to P5 for right now anyway. So I'm just going to go with that. And okay, so this is, I don't know. All right, so the aspect ratio for this particular design that fits on the whistle is I don't know why I wrote it this way. It's kind of nuts. 4880 divided by 2, 1500 divided by 2. I think I was trying to get it to look smaller. Then I am running through, is this 1 million points? 1 million points. Oh, that makes sense. 1 million random numbers. Okay, that's awesome. That's conceptually tied. Yes, it works. I'm making a stroke weight of 2, drawing a point. The dot starts in the center, and then picking a random number, moving X and Y randomly, drawing the point, the next point, and then saving it as a PNG and exiting. So let's just run this and see what happens. And then I'm going to pull up. Where did we find this? Oh, wait, I've got to get this here. We have the random number 30,028. So let's put that in here. 30,028. And so we're going to say right here, random seed 30,028. So just to be clear, if I take that out, every time I run this, it's going to be a different pattern because processing is seeding the pseudonumber random generator differently each time. Randomly, so to speak. But as soon as I put in random seed, and now I remember why I had this divide by, because I think if it's like I want to kind of like look at it smaller, but generate a higher resolution image. So this is the pattern that will come up every single time for this particular random seed. If I run it again, we see the same pattern again. And let's go back to making a larger version of it. And there we go. So interestingly, the size really does, oh, because I'm keeping it on screen. Interesting. What if I took this constraint out? Let the random walk, leave the space, the drawing space, if it will. I think I kind of like that as that's better. So, okay, so now what I want to do with this is I actually want to create, I'm going to create a p-graphics object called canvas, and that that will be the full high resolution image. That's 4880 by 1500 pixels. Then the size of the canvas will be that divided by 4, so there's something that I can see easily on my screen. The size of the window, I should say, in processing. And then everything should now be based on the canvas. And I am going to draw everything on the canvas. The numbers can change, is irrelevant. Then canvas.save, no loop is fine. And then when I'm done, I want to draw image, canvas. So I want to see that canvas, but shrink it down. So let me just make this with 100,000 points, just so it runs much faster to make sure it works. Did I do something wrong here? Let me run it again. Ooh, null pointer exception. Why do I have a null pointer exception under create graphics? Is this maybe something that can't happen in settings? I need null pointer exception. So thank you. Violet is reminding me that I need, oh, and I don't have the Disstream chat up. Violet is reminding me that I need begin draw and end draw. Thank you for that. And I guess now here, so again, feedback for Disstream chat. I need quick access to the pinned ones because now I have to scroll and find them because there's a lot of comments to move them off. I guess I could clear all the other ones. Okay. And I don't think I need to remember 30,028. So now I can just remember that I need begin draw and end draw. I forgot about that. So absolutely canvas, begin draw, and then canvas, end draw here. This is not, I don't believe this is needed in P5, which is one of the reasons why, at least that's my excuse for why I forgot it. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's so tiny. Oh, wait, because it's only 100,000 points. Okay, looks good. Now let's go to 1 million points. Give a little drum roll. So it's so small because it's only 1 million points. So I could up the number of points. The other thing that I could do is, technically speaking, I could increase the stroke weight to 4 and then always move it by 2 pixels. So I could do something like step size equals 2. And I might want to say something like stroke weight is the step size times 2. And then this is equal to the step size. So I'm always moving according to the step size. Let's try that. See what we get. Yeah, so this looks like what I would expect it to be. Let's see what would happen if oh, what happened there? What did I do? I meant to keep it constrained. Oh, this needs to be canvas.width. I was like, oh, I'm constraining it, but I constrained it to the little divided by 4 size window. Okay. Let's see what we get. That doesn't make a huge difference, but we're going to get more points in the window itself because it's not allowed to wander off. But it's not the true random walk. This bothers me. I got to take this off. Okay, so this is good. Kate Wickman is saying on average it will be the square root of n away from the origin after n steps. That's wonderful to sort of think about and consider. Thank you for that comment. All right, so now what do I want to do? I think it's always going to kind of lean towards going one way. Oh, or the other, because the other thing is I always need room in this design to put the little code snippet. Let me now, so I just want to look at a lot of these. So I'm going to do something kind of interesting here, at least interesting to me. I'm going to use a random seed of frame count. So always reseed the random numbers. Then I'm going to say save frame, random walk, put in these hash symbols. I guess I can't call save frame on a P graphics object. That's fine. I'm so used to JavaScript now that this is confusing me what to do here. So let's do that. And I should now see, and let's get rid of no loop. Let's do this. So I just want to, and I'll put on my waiting music. And we're going to do we're just going to create a bunch of these. Let's see what they look like. Oh, I just realized there's a problem. We need to put begin draw, yeah, and background there. That should do the trick. All right, I just want to see if I'm. Oh, why didn't I get? Oh, because X and Y also need to be reset back to the middle. Now, we should get a bunch of them. So it feels like I either need more points or a larger step size. Oh, I like that one. What do we think, people? There's always room. Generally, it'll be in a different place for the code snippet and the random number. Of course, that could also go on another side. Higher step size and points. I kind of don't want to change the number of points. Something about 1 million points seems right to me. What if I make it a step size of 4? also not sure why I'm doubling the stroke weight based on the step size. Is it giving it more heft? Yeah, it's continuous. Bigger step and fewer points, says Andrew. I think actually I really like where this is right now. I just want to look at the I want to look at the sort of higher resolution renders right now, because we can really zoom in on them just to sort of see what. So that's why I increased. Look at this. The strokes are like little dots like that when you zoom in on it. So it has this weird kind of. That's why So one thing is I could do is just actually make it a rectangle. Maybe that would make more sense. Like instead of drawing it as a point, what if I said this? I'm just curious. Like made it a rectangular point. Now, would I want, it's gonna go up here. Would I want this to be rect mode center? I think I would. Let's see what these look like. Ooh, an idea from the chat is to center the canvas at the average of all the points. That is a really interesting idea. So while I do like that idea, I sort of, there's something nice also about the consistency of it, them all starting from the same place. And the Dabbing Bear, which is a great name, by the way, is saying a lot of rectangles might cause performance issues. So I'm not worried about performance issues right now because it wouldn't even matter if it took me an hour to render each one. But let's see what these look like. And I should have renamed them so I could compare them side by side. But yeah, now we can see. I think so. This is definitely what I want. I want it to be the sort of perfect pixel size of each step. And I'm not sure what advantage there is to like making it higher resolution with a larger step size than lower resolution with the same step size. It really seems to make no difference. But yeah. Okay, so I think this is good. This is good enough for now because this could always be improved. That I can take this and move this to P5 because ultimately this will fit in. So let's look at a couple of these. So I want to show what a couple folks from the community have made. Let me get into Discord and pull these links up. So I'm going to put the music back on here. Let me find. Okay, then I'm looking for the other one. Where's Praktis? Okay, this is it. Okay. Just get back to Discord. Okay, so first of all, if you are not a member of the Coding Train Discord, said Coding Train, please come and join right now. I will put a link into the chat. However, I'm sorry, I'm reading the chat right now. Bounce the Warcraft boundary edges. Okay, wait. Did that? Oh, it came through. So also you could just go to thecodingtrain.com/discord. That will get you an invite into the Discord. The Discord is where the community gathers. for discussion and sharing and help. And it is also what I use during my live streams to post links to things that I'm looking at that people, if I want people to have quick access to. Obviously, I could put those into the YouTube chat, but it's a little more awkward for me to press all the buttons to find that chat. So come over here and check out the links channel. Come on into the Discord. So two friendly faces from our community have made some sketches related to the random number assignments. And by the way, again, everybody can have a random number. And so let's look at this one. This one is called Capricious Brazil, which is a wonderful name. Thank you, Simon. I think that's probably the default name. I don't know why I'm not logged in here to the web editor. And this is a project that Simon made. Welcome, new member. Your random number is 63,579. And that's the end of. I love this so much. I think there's so much potential in this idea. The one thing that I don't know what to do about is I do not want the random numbers to come from the browser JavaScript based pseudo random number generator. I want them to come from my very special book. Again, help me internet, help me find an original print of this book from, I think it's the, I should know the date off the top of my head with my obsession with this book. But let's look it up. This was the first edition, originally published in 1955. So that is my, I would take a later reprint of it, but I'm really looking for an original, no missing pages print of this book from 1955. I would pay a large finder's fee. No, but I've been looking on eBay and all sorts, and it's really hard. It's hard to find. But someday I will find one. So I really would like the random numbers to come from this book. So one thing that I think we could do is, if we were to use something like this, is have, a transcript, and this would be really useful, a transcription of this book. So perhaps already the audio, like, is there a Kindle edition of this book? Is there a raw text file? Is there an OCR version of the book? That's what Solar Liner is asking. That's exactly what I'm looking to find. If not, that will be a project that we will undertake. There is no reason why I couldn't scan this book, digitize every random number. You know, my dream is to make an audio book version of this, release it on Audible. And which I have been slowly trying to read over time. I'm still on the first page, but I guess I could sort of really dedicate myself to. Well, actually, if I just really, I could do this. I could do this like not live streaming. Like I could just record myself. I'm going to do this. This is my project. So anyway, so that's what we need to improve this. Simon, thank you for working on this. I think there's a lot of design opportunities also that we could add to this. But I love it. So thank you for that. So we'll continue with that. And I think that the big step would be to get a digitized version of the random number book. Okay. Now, this is created by and I want to make sure I get the name right. So give me a second here. You're in the chat right now, I know. Pratyush, which I think maybe Fun Planet, perhaps, is a GitHub or handle that I've seen online. Let me go back to here. So if anyone wants to take a look at a Simon sketch, I will paste that into the Discord links channel. Thank you, Simon, for that. And then, oops, and I'm not on screen. Then let's take a look at this. Coding Train Random no.tk is the URL for this. I'll paste that also into Discord here. So let's just see how this works. So if I type in my name, my random number is 1234566. My phone number, I think you might have had a reason for having the phone number in there, but probably I don't want to be asking for people's phone numbers. I think also maybe this is something that there's really would just be sort of more of an admin panel for me. Although maybe there's a way for, maybe this would be, maybe there's a version of this website for everybody to put their own random number in. I'm gonna hit submit. Invalid name. What? My name is invalid? No! I don't know why that is. Is it because I don't have a phone number? It's required. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try that. No. 800 555 1, 2, 3, 4. Not sure what's going on with this. So found a little bug there. Can we find anything here? So I like the idea of this and interface. Honestly, I think like a GitHub file, marked out a JSON file on GitHub that I can just edit and add somebody's name and random number, and that way I can manage it through pull requests. Might be a little bit easier than keeping like an elaborate full stack web app. But this is a wonderful start, and I see that there is also a secondary link, which is where I can now find and export to a CSV file. So this is great. Again, I'm not so sure about the phone numbers, but I like the idea for this. So thank you for this. Is really amazing. And does the search work? Yeah, the search even works. This is really amazing work. And so we could consider using this as a base. But I think what I want to, what I'm going to work on right now, and I'll just do this in the web editor itself, is so I'm reading the chat actually, because Keith writes a comment: deep fake audio your voice. I have some weird side projects that I'm working on related to some podcasts that I listen to, and I don't want to and just as like a fun goofy project, not to actually fake somebody's voice. I'm interested in looking at models that can train a text-to-speech engine based on existing audio, and I haven't been able to find anything that I was able to do pretty easily with that. So Haidar in the chat is saying there is a link to a million random digits text file. So if somebody wants to get that to me right now, I would gladly pull that up. All right, so the thing that I want to start with is I want to just pull over, and I realize there's a big irony here, which is because this processing sketch was originally a P5JS sketch that Chuck Emlin transcribed over to processing. Now I have this processing version that I'm going to transcribe back, but let's bring that over to here. We'll call this whistle generator, and let's just quickly translate this to JavaScript. And I don't think I should call this canvas anymore. And boy, that font size is small. Oh. So Rand Corp, according to Kay Wickman, the Rand Corporation actually maybe has published their own version of it. Okay, let me keep going with this here. I don't need the settings function. Move this over a little bit. What is this here? Oh, it's just one of the patterns. I'm going to call this. Let's just call this whistle. Whistle equals create graphics. So I have. I don't know if begin draw is necessary, but I will keep it. Random seed. I want to. Let's go back to using a particular random number. And this. There we go. And I call this whistle. This is a constant. And I just noticed that I have this as a rando walk, not random walk. Let's get rid of the save for a second, and let's make this many fewer points just to see that this works. Canvas end draw image whistle. So I think, and then I'm going to say no loop. think I've translated everything. Let me just get rid of this stuff for a second. Okay, what went wrong? What went wrong? Begin draw. So I think there is no begin draw and end draw in P5. It just does it. There we go. This looks good. Now, why is it all the way over there? Ah, pixel density. Oh, the pixel density nonsense. Try this. What is going on? What is going on? Oh, no. Could the image be picking up the rect mode? No. Looking at the chat here. And Prati is telling me to remove the dashes from the phone number. That's why that form validation didn't work. But I'm confused what I have done to cause this to not work. Like, why is it over here? Canvas width divided by 2. Oh, whistle, whistle, whistle. Oh my God. There we go. Okay, great. Let's go back to 1,000,000. 100,000. No, that's, yeah, 100,000, 1,000,000. There we go. Let's do, let's add the whistle save. Okay, and now let's look at the PNG. There we go. So I'm just curious, is the random number generator is not going to be the same as in processing. So it's going to be a different image if I do it here on this website versus with processing. I guess I could run processing, command line on a server to generate the image or something crazy like that. Okay, so now I think what I need to do is let's create input with a number in it. Let number, and number equals create input. And I think I can then let button equals create button generate button dot mouse pressed function. I'm gonna say redraw. So let's just call it. Let's actually not use draw at all. Let's make a function called. Oh well, hello. Random walk. And we'll call this random walk. Random seed will be parse int of number dot value, and if I'm right about this, and let's say background 255 here, let's go. Okay, so the idea being that I could place the random seed in here, click generate, and I will get the image. Now, if I change the seed a little bit, hit generate, I will generate the image. So this, in many ways, this is just the first step. So I think what I want to do is turn this into a GitHub repo. Have in that GitHub repo, you know, a JSON file maybe. I think I could do this without a server. Just have a JSON file that has members and random numbers. And then we could also create a URL with like a query string that goes to a particular member or a particular random number and generates the pattern. So I'm going to shelve this right now. I think this is enough. And so I'll put a link to this particular sketch into Discord. I'll put it right here. So if anybody wants to play around with it, you're welcome to do so, and stay tuned to the Discord. We will announce and link to the GitHub repo if you want to contribute to this system that I'm going to use to generate the designs for particular whistles. Okay? Yasquerda asks, why are you doing this? I don't know. I just am. It is what I do. Okay, an hour has passed. I've got about another hour left today. I think I want to take like a 2-minute break here. But I don't even need to like turn the stream off. I just want to open up a few windows. So the next thing I want to do in terms of my schedule here. I'm sorry, I'm reading the chat. The next thing I want to do in my schedule is really sort of start to plan out 2021. Okay. All right. I'll be back in just like 2 minutes here. Okay, I am returning back here. And all right, so I want to start looking at the Twitter API and this running tracker thing that I want to do. I wonder if I should just work on that next. I do need to do the planning. We'll come back to that. All right, so let's work on this. Oh boy, this is going to take me a minute to get set up here. Music back on. What the? Am I not signed in? Is that why? Oh. Where is my phone for two-factor? Oh, here it is. Authentication code. Speaking of things I should have done before I started live streaming, I don't think it matters that I'm showing this to you. Okay. I'm now about to figure out how I want to use Twitter. I'm currently logged in as myself, which I really don't want to be logged in as. Let's see if I can... Yeah, I'm going to use this account. Okay. So, here's what I want to do. I'm logged into Twitter on this... account that's called A to Z bot example. If you're wondering why it has that name, so the course that this is a unfinished, really barely started project from the fall. If we went, one of the things that I wanted to do today was go back and look at my list of things that I meant to make videos about, tutorials about in the fall, and one of them was rebooting the Twitter bot series. I did not get to that at all. I didn't even make one video, but because before that was making a Discord bot series, which I did do, but I didn't even finish that. So I have to figure out like what's realistic for me to do still with Discord or Twitter now that it's 2021 and my focus will be, spoiler alert, my focus is, for the spring is the Nature of Code book. And what is this, by the way? Oh, that's just visual an artifact of the browser. But I did start on this sort of like Twitter API library node module during a live stream. So I want to like, at least it's still the first, is it the first week of January, second week of January? I think I can I can indulge myself working a little bit more with the Twitter API. Now, the course that I was teaching in the fall is called Programming from A to Z. It's about programming with text. Twitter bots, Discord bots were part of that course. That's why this example is called A to Z ITP. I'm going to go to developer.twitter.com and developer portal. Okay, so, and I'm going to make, dare I make a new project or just use my API keys from this one? I think I'm just going to use my API keys from this one. So, all right, what's going on here? So I actually recently added a new example, which will search Twitter. So this is something I actually worked on over the holiday break, not on a live stream. I did this on my own. I added a new function in my Twitter library, which has a search function, and I can pass it any keywords. It goes to, I'm still using the 1.0 Twitter API, and I can search, go to this particular endpoint, search tweets JSON, and just pass as the query the keywords. So, and then I pass it to a GET request, which does all the OAuth stuff that needs to be done. And there should be a way I can probably page through them also. So what I want to start with is I just want to create, like, let's look up what is it, the GUMP 500? Let's see, I think if I search this, I'll probably find it. Yeah, okay. So let's follow Forrest Gump 500. And what would make sense as a hashtag for right now? FG 500. is that could work. Let's see if this is empty. Oh, you know what I want to call it? Gump 500. Yeah, okay, great. We'll call it Gump 500 or Forest 500. I don't know what's better. Just for testing right now, I will use this. So I'm going to go to my example, which the first thing that I need to do is I need to create to work with this example, is I need to create a .env file that doesn't just have the dummy data in it. So let's make a new file called .env. Paste this over. This is, again, welcome to the coding train, where a person who likes to make YouTube videos about programming, but often continuously by accident reveals their secret API keys and tokens while live streaming. So, let's. So the reason why I was saying Gump, what I was interested in is little known fact, story time here, historical footnote. I probably shouldn't admit this, but many moons ago, back in my youths, so to speak, when I was a young college student, I participated in an a cappella singing group. And that a cappella singing group's nickname was The Gump. I will leave you to the rest of the internet to find old photos of me, if they exist, out there somewhere. Okay, so what was I doing? Yes, so I'm going to go over to here, and I'm going to click on this Keys and Tokens button. First, I'm going to move over to there and click on Keys and Tokens. And I'm going to go View Keys. Oh, wait, okay, here. Now, great. So I can show you this page. This is the next page that I'm on here. And then I'm going to click on this View Keys. So as soon as I do this, I do not want to show them to you, although I could show them to you, then quickly regenerate them. But I think we're just going to ask for you to have a little faith, have a little trust in me, that I'm going to copy paste the correct keys without you seeing it. So whoops, wrong button. So I'm clicking on View Keys. I'm getting my API key right now, putting that into consumer key, getting my API key secret, putting that into consumer secret. Then I am going to go down to access token and secret. And the only way for me to get these, and by the way, one thing that's really important is you need to make sure you have read, write permissions. I mean, in order, if you want to, I actually don't need to have, if I was actually making a Twitter bot, I would need to have write permissions to be able to post to Twitter. But anyway, so I'm going to click regenerate. Yes, regenerate, and I'm now going to get my access token and paste that in. I'm going to get my access token secret. I'm going to paste that into my .env file. I'm now going to close that file, go over to env sample. I'm going to go back to here, close this window, and I think I'm starting 2021 off on such a great new leaf. I successfully, and I'm sure I'm going to ruin this in any second now, I successfully generated API keys and secrets, copy pasted them into a .env file, explained exactly what I was doing. I didn't want to show those keys on the live stream. And they're now sitting in this particular .env file, has exactly this content in it. The only thing that's different is it has the actual API keys. So if I go back to here, one of the things you'll see is I'm using the node.env package, which will then load those consumer key, consumer secret, token secret from that file and create a config for me to authenticate with the Twitter API, which happens here in my Choo Choo tweets module. So let's just now search. Let's search for hashtag Gump 500 and Solar Liner says in before he actually accidentally clicks the .env. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Let's go back to Twitter. Let's make one post. Oh yeah, Gum 500. What was I? I'm at. I said I was at 16 miles. Let's tweet that, and then everybody's talking about how I'm going to show those. I'm not going to show those secret keys. Come on, I can do it. I can do it. Now I'm going to go back to here and go to examples and search and say node index. Wait. Okay, the .env is there. Node index.js. Okay. Whoops. I forgot a very important step, which is to say npm install. I've got to install all the node packages. Now I should be able to do this. Okay. Oh, so we got 2 tweets. Somebody wrote, "Oh, this is really dangerous stuff." Now I'm allowed. Hello, Mr. Daniel. Oh, you could just call me Daniel. No need for the formal Mister. And I can also see here my 16 miles. So now here's the thing. This is just doing a search of historical tweets. And I think what I want to do, which I have not really investigated, if I go back to the, can I get to the docs here? So what I used was Twitter API. And I probably should investigate the Twitter API version 2, but I'm using standard 1.1. Let me just go to fundamentals, maybe. Data dictionary, no. Tweets. Right, I'm using this. Search tweets. So this is the endpoint that I'm using. API reference is what I want to get to, right? Get search tweets. So you can see that that's the API endpoint. That is what is in my code here under search, that particular endpoint. And then this is the only parameter that I'm using, which is Q for query for particular search keywords. But you can see I can limit the tweets to language, locale, all sorts of since a certain time, a maximum ID. But that's not what I want to do. What I want to do is I think there's the account activity API is what you need to use if you want to listen for events for a particular account. So if I want to listen for when my account has been mentioned or a tweet has been replied to, but I think I can still use under standard sample real-time tweets or filter real-time tweets. I think this I should be able to use, which for a search for a particular hashtag. So how do I do this? I don't actually know how to do this. Streaming, and this might be unrealistic for me to actually figure out today. All right, we launched a new version of the post statuses filter endpoint. Oh, so do I need to use Twitter API version 2 early access? Or can I get this as post statuses filter, 400 keywords, 5,000 user IDs, one filter rule, power track. I don't need that. Filtered stream. So I don't understand how this works. This is a post to filter. Track. So follow, track, keywords to track. Okay. Yeah, I thought V2 was out as well. Prathamesh is asking. So I'm going to give myself till 11 a.m. to work on this, which is only 15 minutes. But let's see what happens if I, at a minimum, add this particular request for, and this is a post, right? This is a post to statuses / filter. So if I look at this, like I have a just a simple, like I can look at this as a, like if I add another function to my library, and I'm going to call it filter, and I'll make the argument keywords. The endpoint should be this resource URL. So I can paste that in here. I'm going to the filter URL. Then the body of the post should have, I only want to use this track, keywords to track. So I want to track the keywords. Whoa, what just happened there? Yeah. Track the keywords, and then I want to await post to that particular URL with this post body. And all of the authentication and the actual post request all happens down here. I'm using this OAuth package. So now I can go into my search sample, and I should just be able to, I'm just going to comment this out, and I'm going to change this to filter, and let's console log the response and see what I get. So it's sitting there waiting. So why is it waiting? Is it going to suddenly... Nothing happened there. So what do I get? I don't understand. Oh, return response. But it should have returned. That's what I meant to do. No. I'm not using this endpoint correctly. Where is my filter function? Return await this dot post. I mean, just to be sure about this, just to make sure my posts are working. Does he see the YouTube chat? It's using long pull. It's a socket. I know. What do I do with that now? I don't know what to do with it. How do I listen? Let me just make sure this is working. Hi from node.js. Let me make sure like my post requests are working. And now if I go here into profile, yeah. So that worked. The tweet came up. Check listen function in Twitter documentation. Okay. So now that I get, oh, stream.twitter. Okay, so how do I use this? Okay, returns public statuses, multiple, both get and post request, but get requests to, okay. Okay. Response formats JSON. Am I not in the, can I look into guides? Okay. Stream. Oh, yeah. I'm looking at the chat to see if anybody. So what? Let's look at what's that Twitter API that I also was using as a model, Twitter Lite. Let's see if they have this. Let's see. Ah, they do have this stream. You know, this is a much more okay. So thoughtfully created API. So let's look at Streams. Stream statuses filter. So then there's these events. So basically, I mean, I should just use this library that already has this implemented, but I want to understand how it works. So I am going to right. I think I need to. I'm going to go look and see how it's done in this particular library. So client.stream. Let's just clone this whole library. And again, if I were really just sitting here trying to make this project happen, it would make much more sense for me to use this working node module. But I'm playing the long game here. I really want to understand the Twitter API in a more robust way. So I'm going to sort of like keep with my own code implementation. So let me clone this library and just see how it has implemented it. It's also TypeScript. Oh boy, this is going to be tricky for me. So index, stream, resource stream. Okay, so public stream. So I guess this is coming from, oh my God, I have no, coming from stream.js. Oh my God, I have no idea what to do. This is so complicated. Twitter.js, what's in here? Create OAuth client, ACE endpoints, Twitter, handle response. Where? Yeah, make request, get, post, put. Oh, that even has a put. Do I need to use a put? Stream. Okay. Authorize, request data, request, fetch, request data. Request, then response. So I get a stream emit start on. Okay, so this, I need to do something with this. Just read the docs. You can maybe use a generated function, use a 408 to stream results back to your script. Reading the chat here. All right, this is gonna take a longer investigation. This is using, what is this fetch? Is this the same fetch that I'm using? Cross fetch. Cross fetch. What is cross fetch? Yeah. Interesting. Fetch API. This is probably latest version. So this is probably not too different from what I'm using. How come I can't? Okay, let's take a look. Let's dig into this a little bit. I think I understand what I need to look at now with a little bit more detail. So let's go to here. And let's see what I get in my post. Because it's never going to resolve. What's this? Does this function ever execute? So it gets to here. Okay. It gets to here, and then this. Wow. It just sits and waits. Post. It opens up a connection. I need to create a stream object, I guess. All right, I have to put this aside. Or I could just switch really quickly and use Twitter Lite right now. Let's just see if it works. Let's try using this Twitter Lite. I'm going to make a new project. And I'm going to have to investigate how to do this later on my own. I'm going to make a new project. And let's... Now here's where I run the risk of showing my .env file again. So just give me a second here. I'm going to bring my .env file over from that other example I was working on. Okay. So, okay. So, I'm now in a new empty new project. A new project with a index.js file, package.json, and my .env file. So let's go over here and say npm install Twitter Lite. So we're gonna grab this Twitter library, and I'm going to just, there must be like a quick example here. Test, stream test. Yeah, this is what I want to do basically. Whoa, this is way more than I need, but let's. All right, so I'm getting my special .env. I'm requiring. Oh no, this is a test. This is not an example. Hold on. Come on, Twitter Lite. Get post, new client, new. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Okay, so I just need this. Let's start with this. And let me go back to this example, which I will need to get just my .env stuff. And I also want to say import, no, not import, require. I need to require. Okay, we'll do it this way. Okay, so there we go. So I've got the Twitter API. And then I need to say process.env dot. This is where, oh, I'm so close to making it through this stream without revealing it. Back to this view. I'm going into my .env file, people. Consumer key goes here. Oh no, consumer key. I just don't remember what the things were called. Consumer secret. And then they're called token and token secret. So I can show you what I'm doing again. So, oops, token and token secret. Okay, and so now let's just see if this is going to work by looking at a very simple example. Let's verify the credentials. So let's see if this runs. Oh, and I need to install .env. And looks like this verified my credentials correctly. That's promising. So I don't think I need to do that anymore. And now let's look for stream, tweet thread, streams. Okay. So let's do this. And let's just only track Gump 500. And then do this. Next tick, stream destroy. I don't understand why I would want that, but okay. All right, so this in theory now, I should be able to see here in this function any tweets that come through with tracking this parameter. So let's see what happens. Starting the stream, going to Twitter, Gump. It's 11 o'clock. It's after 11. We're so close though now. Hello. Tweet this. Yeah! That worked. Okay. So, so I think that I am going to need to learn how this streaming works so that I can implement it in my own Twitter library. And we can see people are, I don't know what the ping, oh, I guess the ping is just doing that every so often to like stay connected. And through an error. And what is, I just don't understand looking at this here, why I need to have, okay. To stop a stream, call stream.destroy. That might take a while though if the stream receives a lot of traffic. Also, if you attempt to destroy a stream from an on handler, you may get an error about writing to a destroyed stream. Try to defer the destroy call. Next tick. I'm not sure I understand. And this is like API 2.0. All right. I'm going to leave this without the destroy method. And what I'm going to do is I'm now going to have my server. I'm going to create a miles.json, and it should allow people to use kilometers, but just to the simplest version of this, let me create a JSON file that has an object in it. Okay, an empty object. So then this is going to be my database. And I should use a proper database, but this is going to do for right now. I'm going to create, I'm going to use the node file system module. And then, this is going to have to be honor system. Anybody could just tweet Gump 500 miles and they're done. But I'm going to say miles equals read. I'm just going to read file sync. The name of that file, miles.json. UTF-8 is the file format. I'm going to call this data, and then I'm going to say miles equals JSON parse that data. So this is the miles. So let me just name a function, new tweet. And let's write that function, function async function new tweet console.log data. So, and I want the require FS promises. Yes, I thank you, SolarLiner. I do want that. Does it? I like to use the read file sync though, just when the program starts up. I will come back to that. Okay, so console log data dot tweet. So now I need a regular expression. I want to look for if that tweet includes some number of digits followed by some number of spaces optionally, and then the word miles anywhere. Well, I just want to look at for the first instance of it actually, but case insensitive. So then I want to what is it called? Maybe it's screen name and tweet like if I go back to the example, it was tweet.text. If somebody could look this up for me, I just want the username of the person on Twitter, which I think it's called screen name, but I'm not sure. And then let's just say console log screen name. Let's console log some stuff. Screen name, text, and then I always forget how regular expressions work. So let's just play around with one here, right here. Regex match. Hello, 500 miles. No. So hello, 500 miles, match. Yeah. Great. So there we go. And then what if I make my regex capture the digits? Yeah, so then I get an array and I get 500 as the second element of the array. Perfect. Okay, so this is what I want. So it's the string match the regular expression. So let's capture the number of digits. And then let's take, match equals text dot match regex. If there is a match, then the miles equals, and I eventually I'll make this work with kilometers and all sorts of other things. Miles equals the match index 1. Console, and then so what I need to do is say add to my database miles screen name, updating their miles equals that number of miles, and then save write file sync JSON. The file name is miles.json. Is that the first argument? The path is the first argument, miles.json. And then I need to say JSON stringify oh, I don't need I guess yeah, let's keep people in there. So it's people miles dot people. Let's just call this database. It's sort of silly, but eventually that might be a database. And so yeah, because also I had this be miles, and I think we should say parse int that particular match. Database people screen name equals miles, and then I want to stringify database, and let's format it nicely. Okay. So this should handle anytime there's a new tweet, look for the text, see if there's a match with the number of miles, add it to the database. Okay. You probably forgot to remove my message from the screen. No, I was keeping it up there for reference. But I guess I could. I guess it's been a while. Okay. So anybody see anything I did wrong here? I'm getting a lot of pings. So let's rerun this server. I'm going to tweet Gump 500. I ran a total of 16 miles. So probably you should tweet like how many miles you ran. I could add it to your total, but I don't know. We'll do some like fancier natural language parsing or something. Gump 500. I ran a total of 16 miles. So let's see. We should see that come up here. Oh, we got an error. $sign is not defined. So first of all, it probably wasn't screen name. Oh, it is screen name. That's user.screenname. Text. So I need to do user.screenname. That's fine. Oh, how do I do this? Urgh. I'll just do this. And then we're talking about name. So that's the name, and then that's the name. So where did this go wrong? There's an extra $sign here. Okay, great. All right, couple fixes there. Let's rerun the server. I have run 16 miles in total. Okay, tweet. Okay, that's promising. I see. I don't need to console log all of this stuff. I don't need to console log data. Now if I load here, look at that. Yes, 16. So anybody should tweet now something of how many miles you ran, and it should show up here. Let me give it a minute for people to do that. And then I'm gonna make a quick visualization of it. So let's make a route. I need to get all my express stuff going here. What was... Here we go. So this is from my work, basically kind of redoing what I do in my Working with Data and API series. So I'm just going to grab a bunch of things from there. Like I'm going to add Express. And I'm going to create a web app. I'm going to serve a directory called public. Let's create this after I've loaded the JSON file. Oh no. Let's see if anybody's tweeted. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. People's miles are coming in. I might have to clear that out. Like I'll clear it out after. So it's definitely working. So now what else do I need? I need a GET request. Let's add that. I'm going to put that stuff at the bottom here now. I want to send out the database. So I believe, let me install Express. Let me run the server. And if I go to localhost 3000/API, okay, database find. Oh, I don't need any of this. I made this so much more complicated. I'm not using a database. Okay. Little API here. What? Oh, what? Oh, I exceeded the connection limit. Oh, that's sad. Did I not destroy my streams? Is that the problem? Okay, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. I assume this will re-up in a second. Okay, now let me at least see if the visualization is working. Okay, so great. So now I'm getting this here, and I'm getting the number of miles that people have run. We're gonna add a little. Well, never mind. I will do some moderation later. And now let's see. Okay, so now I just need a public directory, and let's make a quick P5 sketch. Index.html, and then sketch style. He wrote -1 miles and skipped the minus. That's interesting. That's a good bug report there. Let's get sketch.js. And wrap this up, people. Sketch.js. And let's get rid of the style sheet. I don't need the sound library. And then what I'm going to do in sketch.js, this is going to be, I mean, I want to do something with an interesting visualization, but I'm just going to say fetch API. Okay, like visualize. This will be an async function. And I'll say await. And then we'll say response equals await fetch API. And then miles equals response.json await. And I can actually just get the people from it. Why did that not? And then say names, object got keys, people, and then I want to sort that by a.miles minus b.miles. I want to sort them in order of miles, maybe. I don't know what is going wrong with my. And then for let I equal 0, I is less than names dot length, I plus plus. Let's get the create div names index I people index names ran people.names. So this is okay. So let's see. So in theory now, if I very briefly grab. So I have this list in my miles.json file. And if I go to, whoops. Oh, I need to serve the public directory, which is, did I have that already? Oh, I am. I already have that. Okay. So I should be able to go to now just, let me rerun the server. Oh, it's listening again. That's great. And now if I go to here, await is only valid in async function. Oh, I don't need the await. There, it's fine. Where's my syntax error? It doesn't like this for whatever reason. Just do that for right now. Where is my syntax error? Oh, by the way, I don't know what I'm writing here. So where is my syntax error? Async function. This is making me crazy. Backtick line 12. Ah, thank you. There we go. This should work, right? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Data is not defined. Where? Oh, because I... Okay. Create div. People. Okay. People. Oh, I don't need the dot miles. What am I doing there? There's no, each person is not a large, okay. There we go. Oh, I want to say miles. Oh, so confusing. Period. All right. Why is it undefined? People. Oh, names index I. Let's use this. Let name of names. Name people name. Ah. There we go. And it's B minus A. There we go. So obviously this isn't really I should do some kind of progress visualization, something really nice, but we've got it. So in theory now, and I'm gonna internet, you're so annoying. I'm gonna add something to make certain numbers be blocked because the immaturity of the internet never ceases to amaze me. So now let's deploy this. So and I think I need to do a dot get ignore. And so get ignore should ignore .env. It should ignore node modules. And it should ignore what else? Should it ignore the database? Yes. So it's going to ignore the database. So unfortunately, I'm going to also need to then say here in the server, if miles I think I can do file exists or exists sync miles.json. If it exists, I think this is what I want to do. Let's get rid of this file. Delete. I think this will work. 11, line 11. Oh. Oh, whoops. Oh, I think this is not what I want to do. Okay. So did it create the file? Oh, no, it'll create the file hopefully once. Somebody tweets something. Let's see what happens. Ooh, okay, we got an error. Oh, right, of course. Well, what happened here? I've run 21 miles. Cannot set property. Index.js line 43. Oh, there's... Because I made... I have this structure like this. So I think this is what I need to do. Yep. Okay, we're good. So we'll create that file. Great. All right, so we'll create that file. And now I can... no, wait. Why is the .env in there? Oh, I put it in public. Ah, help everybody. Move it, yes. Okay, so this looks good to me right now. Oh. How do we do that like... Is it because I haven't committed anything? Created app during live stream. Okay, great. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to go over to coding train. We're going to create a new repo. I'm going to call this Gump 500. Public tracking forest Gump 500 mile files miles. Public create repository. And then we need to do this. And then this. I need to create an env.sample. So hold on, everyone. I'm so close to showing my env file by accident. Env sample. And now I can bring it back. So this is an env sample file. And I'm going to say right, so I think next step would be, next step is to go to glitch, which is my deployment methodology du jour. And I'm going to do new project, import from GitHub. And I don't love the way this works, but I'm going to just do it this way. I want to figure out a better way of doing this, but I'm going to do it this way for right now. We're going to import the project. I'm going to call it Gump 500. And I think, so I need all this in the .env file. Let's look at the logs. It should be giving me lots of nice errors. Start script is missing. So I need this. What's really annoying about this now is I want to make some changes here, and there's not really, I probably should just deploy this somewhere else. Or there's really not a great way to use GitHub and glitch and develop locally. What I probably should do is use the VS Code plugin for glitch, but just for right now, I'm just going to say start just to get this going. Node index.js. I think that's what I do. So now it's should be installing the packages. I'm going to get the correct API keys and put them in here, but so I'm taking you away. So I'm going to do that right now. So going to my actual .env file and copying that over to glitch, closing out of that and closing out of it here. Okay. So it is now let's show the project. So I think, is there, oh, it hasn't written the miles.json file probably because it needs a tweet. So I'm going to tweet from my actual account. Oh no, you know what? I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to keep using this. Hey, 16 miles, or Choo Choo. And so now, okay, I got it. Oh, it's not gonna, no. Got it. Right, here we go. Look at this. Okay, it's working. All right, so I mean, I have to manually refresh this, but we can see that this is working. Okay, so I'm gonna put this aside. This is what I would love for any help with. I would gladly accept, where is this GitHub repo, pull requests here to, first of all, help document what this project is in a README, help do a better job of like error handling and parsing the tweets and authenticating it. Maybe I should check whether someone is adding to their total or offering a new total. I don't know what would make sense. Actually, it would probably make more sense for me to use not a JSON file, but like a database and data service in the cloud or something, just so like I can sort of disconnect and have that be part of the .env file, like codes to a particular database, and that way, as I'm like redeploying it to Glitch, I don't have to like worry about if I'm losing the data. So there's a lot of possibilities of things that I think that could be improved here. So we'll see if this project catches on and has any value. Yeah, I actually am starting to think that separating the Twitter parsing from the front end might make sense, because I don't really need a server. I don't know. So I leave this now to the wonderful people, viewers of the Coding Train, to jump on in and help work on this. And we'll see where this leads. And then if it starts working well, I might actually see if we can talk to the folks who are organizing the GUM 500 and make this something more of an official thing, and I will return to it more. All right, so that is that. It is 11:38. I'm going to be wrapping up now. Let me close out all of these windows. And we'll just sort of like see what's going on here. Look at this. Oh, look at this. That's a lot of miles, Loku AD. Close that. Oh, I didn't... that's fine. I didn't post the glitch. Let me go back to glitch just so I can give people this app if they want to GUMP 500. So share. What do I do? Share. Show. Where's the share button? Remix, new project, switch project. This is like crazy that I can't find where I share it. I'm losing my mind. Share. There it is. Nice button there. Oh, project links, live site, project members. Well, I guess this is what I thought there's like a link to the like a project page, which is sort of silly for me to be looking for that, because these are the important things. But anyway, I will just share to Discord. This is the glitch project, and then but might be a temporary deployment, and then the this is the actual GitHub, GitHub repo. Okay, so those are fine, though. You can find those in Discord. So now, well, this has been a long live stream. If you want a GitHub to production deployment, you can use Versal, okay, which needs a bit more configuration, but can work with server apps, and you can easily connect real databases to it easily. Heroku works pretty well for this kind of thing. Okay, so that's says Violet. So these are good suggestions. I really like Glitch. So I kind of like the idea of using it, but maybe I need to rethink how I use it and when I use it. But yes, maybe looking into Versal or Heroku are things that I might also take a look at. Thank you for those tips. A date.now is good. Yeah, adding a date would Luan and other and Alois in the chat are talking about adding a date, a graph over time. So many there's a ton of possibilities. I think a big core question here is to what extent is the sort of self-reporting aspect of this going to fly? Like, on the one hand, the point of doing this is not to like, there's no prize. The what you get from actually participating is the fact that you actually ran those miles. So reporting that you did, if you didn't, gives you nothing. Just ruins it for yourself and for other people. So I think that it can work, but and I don't want to go down the road of like, or using Runkeeper, or using Strava, and then upload and authenticate and OAuth this and like upload your data. It's just too much. So that's why I thought like a hashtag for self-reporting, being able to aggregate that information, visualize it, is kind of a nice way of doing a quick project like this. So that's what I'm thinking. We'll see. I'll return to this. We'll revisit it next week. So what else was on my list from today? Where's my list from today? I have to point so far back in the chat. There's no way I can pull that up again. Okay, so I should have just copy pasted it into like a text file or something, but I'm going to put this away. Why is this showing up as green? Because it definitely should be. Okay, that's fine. Let's close all this out. I know where I can get my list. I'm going to bite the bullet and just go to YouTube, the coding train, and pull up this. By the way, do you like my new thumbnails? I like this some thumbnail. Oh, look, it shows that it is live and on air there like that. Okay. And so now let's see. What did I not get to? All right. So this is. I'm not going to check in on the live poll. I do have a very bad habit, it would seem, of starting these kind of like community projects, like now this Gump 500 one, the random number one, and like leaving them to languish. The live poll is somewhat in that state, but I will come back to using it at some point when I need to have a poll. But let me now plan what's happening in 2021. So I'm going to go here to this. So this is a file that I made. I might have updated it. I updated, I guess, on October 11th, but I'm pretty sure I made this at the beginning of September. And so I essentially want to grab everything from here, and I want to create a new file. Add file, create new file. We'll call this Spring 2021. I could just .md. And I am going to paste all this in there and start to go through and figure out what I want to keep that I didn't get to and what will just sort of come back another time. I'm sort of curious also to do an accounting of what I did. Okay, so which I really should do. If somebody wants to help me out here, I probably should do this live, but I would like to then annotate and archive that fall 2020 file, but sort of mark what was done and what wasn't done so I could refer back to it later. But I'm going to do that here. So basically I don't think that I'm going to keep much here, although I do know that what will come up eventually is neuroevolution with ML5JS. But I did do object detection. I never ended up doing videos on body pics. I did model training. Did I make something with JSON or CSV? Yeah, I don't remember. I did some more convolutional neural network videos. That's awesome. Runway, never really got to the runway videos. I think what would be nice to keep from here is that I think people have asked for is latent space walk. So maybe I can and there's more that I would come to, but so I'll leave that there. A to Z is kind of now. Oh, but let's see. I don't know what to call these. I'm going to call them. I think this is somebody. I bet you somebody else uses this name. I want to start a new series of videos that are no more than. What's a train name? Local stops, express stops, maybe. I want to make a lot of really short videos, like 5 minutes or less, on like sort of JavaScript language topics that I constantly refer to. And the reason why I thought of this fix global NPM permissions is kind of related to that. But let me quickly make that list, and people can give me some additions to this. So, but off the top of my head, it is enhanced object literals, object destructuring, generator functions, string template literals. Is that even the name for it? So I want to do these and more. Express line. I like that. JavaScript express line. Okay, so that's something that I really want to do this year. And so I'm bringing that up. So I'll put this up here because I don't know where to do it. I never did this. I did do this. I did use the tenor. Okay, Discord bots. So I do want to finish the Discord bot series. I using an API, and I think I might use the MovieDB. This is an API that I started working with for another project, and it's kind of fun. So that's just to sort of expand on the command handler. Deal with the new / command. I've made this command handler video that hasn't come out yet, where I'm parsing all of the commands with an exclamation point. And from what I understand, there's a new, Discord now has a new sort of like way of having commands with a bot using /. So I have to like look at that. And then embeds, I don't know how to say that. Fractal flame, I want to do that. I still need to do this. Side projects. These are, I want to keep this vinyl cutting and plotter on the list. Guest, this is a great question that Kay Weekman is asking about non-secret guest plans. So it's not that any of the guests are secret, but because nothing is like really formally confirmed yet, I would prefer not to mention it until it's like, but I do have 2 or 3 guest conductor videos that are in the works, and you know it's really my fault that a lot of these didn't happen in December. It's been a sort of slow process, but that is coming. Thank you for asking that. Okay, so there's that, and then what is the main content is the nature of code 2.0. So let's just look at this very quickly. Simon is saying, call them JavaScript bytes if I want to keep them less than 256 seconds. That's kind of a cool idea. Kind of like this idea. I'm pretty sure that like I'm sure somebody has a series called like JavaScript bytes video series or something. You know, when JavaScript bytes, tech bytes, right? So I'll consider the only thing I don't like about that is it's not train related. But let's go to Nature of Code 2 playlist. All right, lastly, let's go to here. So this is the course that I'll be teaching at NYU. I actually might be using an LMS system for the course, but regardless, I will sort of post sort of core material to this GitHub repo. But looking at this now, you know, again, I have to register my utter disappointment and sadness about how YouTube basically got rid of the whole learning playlist thing. Because I no longer have this like great like playlist with chapters. Do I have it here as one of the main things that show? I don't know how it doesn't show up on this page. I got to reorient this page. Playlists. Let's go to, yeah, this is what I'm looking for. It does say, whoops, close. It does nicely still say learning playlist there. So the only feature that YouTube kept, and to be honest, they're very thoughtful, wonderful people who worked on this, and I there's so many things about the people who work at YouTube that I love and appreciate, and you know I understand didn't really take off, I suppose, or add the value that they were hoping for. But it really drives me crazy that it's gone. So there's 21. If I go here, I'm just going to click on this. So this is what I started last spring, and I got kind of interrupted by the pandemic. So I need to look here and see, like, I have a whole set of videos for chapter 1. I have a whole set of videos for chapter 2. And I think I don't think I left any additional, there was one, I have to check with Mathieu. There was sort of like another video that I think I recorded and we sort of were editing and never actually released. So there might be a 2.6 there. Somebody can help me remember, do I say anything at the end of that video about 2.6? But I definitely need to do chapter 3. Chapter 3. So what's in chapter 3? Like oscillating motion, angles, radians, angles, angular motion, polar coordinates. I have some of these videos already, but I think I will remake them. Let's go look. I don't know how detailed I'm going to make this right now, but I just want to sort of like scan through this. Yeah, also springs, pendulum, and springs. Yeah, that's what I was kind of trying to remember. Waves, pendulum, and springs. I've made some of the. Yeah. So where am I here? Waves, pendulum, springs. So that's chapter 3. Chapter 4. I think I did these. Enough completed previously, because I did a bunch of videos on particle systems. So I'll have to see what I need to return to there. Chapter 5, matter.js. Oh, no. But I think I'm reordering the book. I think I'm doing autonomous. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do about the physics libraries. I might. So I definitely need to do. I think I'm reordering the book, by the way. So chapter 5 is going to be autonomous agents. So this I need to do steering behaviors. And I have a flock encoding challenge, but there's just more that I need to add. Individual, group. So I just want to add more to that. Chapter 6, physics libraries. So this is like, right now chapter 3 really has to be done. And chapter 5. So if I were to make, I don't know how to prioritize these, but I guess I'll use like bold. Is that bold? I can't remember. I think that's bold. So these are priorities because there's nothing, not I don't know how to think about this. I'll just make the list. Chapter 7, autonomous CA. I'm just going to make the whole list. This is right now. Because I really need to wrap up. It's noon. Chapter 8 is fractals. I mean, I just want to expand these and organize them and make a playlist that includes some previous videos that I made, some ancillary stuff around it. So I'll have to like look at these individually. The GAs, the genetic algorithms, it's really completed. Not sure what to do about this. And then chapter 11 is the new chapter, neuroevolution. So this is really kind of my plan. And what I'm hoping is that, so Khaled is asking in the chat, are those video tutorials or book chapters? So I am going to be working on updating and revising the book, and hopefully by the end of, I don't know, June, having the second edition of the book completed. So, and I'm going to make video tutorials along with that. And my goal is to have the website have both all of the text of the book along with video tutorials embedded in it. So, and to completely relaunch this website. And this is a huge project. I don't know how I'm going to, what's going to end up being the priority, how I'm going to approach this, and what's going to really get done. But this is my focus. So, you know, as much as I'm making this list of all sorts of other stuff, you know, I kind of don't want to, I want to be able to like tie a little bow around the Discord bots to like finish that off. I want to keep doing coding challenges and some of these side project things. And I think that these like little quick express stop videos could be really useful and would be a nice experiment. So I want to do all of that. But But this is really the focus. So I think I'm gonna like leave this. This is like a helpful list for things for me right now for what I want to focus on and do. Pull out ideas and things from Nature of Code book. So that's what I'll do with the coding challenges. You know, Simon did an accounting, like that coding challenges playlist, which is really the most popular series of anything that I do. Like that in many ways, when I was first starting the YouTube channel, I had been making video tutorials previously to that. The coding challenges were the main thing. And there were like 50 done in a year or more. And I think last year I added like 6. And a lot of them are kind of not really in the style of what the coding challenges were originally envisioned. So I would like to get back to that. In a way, though, that might have to wait until the summer if I'm really going to just more focus on this sort of like sequenced set of tutorials. Mukesh is asking, is there any video on P5 sound? Oh, thank you. This is exactly what I also need to look at is intro code introduction to programming with P5.js. I need to, I think some of those videos have fallen a bit out of date. And I need to be able to also update them. So let me go back to playlists, back to Coding Train playlists, and I'm looking for, can I close this out here? Not this one. That's so, So this is, by the way, why I have this website, you know, because this is what I want to read. I guess I could look at it through here. Sometimes I find being on YouTube. One thing that would actually be great for the website, in addition to the, I don't, there's a lot of things I think could be redesigned here, but it might be nice actually to just always have a link to the YouTube version of the playlist, because sometimes it's easier for me to browse there. But if I'm looking at this, I basically think that once I get to here, variables, so this is where I want to start redoing them. I'm trying to look here. Oh, so many. I mean, but I might be able to just knock all this out in a day. Yeah, actually, somewhere I use circle. There's somewhere where I use circle. Actually, I think I redo almost all of this. No, can't be, right? So I'm not sure. So these were made in 2015. I think, yeah. So I need to make a list. So where's that stupid playlist? Will this find it? No. Yep. The trailer. All videos. There we go. So this. So I think I need to do, looking at this. Yeah, not this one. 2.1 to 2.5. So it. Redo. 3.1, 3x, 4x, 5x. 3x, 4x. Oh yeah, this. And you know, I might rethink how these are. I think these are okay. I think there's somewhere where I say circle object and that doesn't work anymore, but maybe that's actually where I'm doing something with like object literals somewhere. I don't remember where that is. And then maybe these are okay. I can't remember. I don't think they're using the web editor, but I think that's kind of okay. So I think I'll make that my goal and kind of leave. 7.1, 7.2. I should redo those. And then, so I think this will be a realistic goal 7.1, 7.2. So I think these are the ones that I want to redo. So, okay. Good for right now. I'm just going to commit this file. We should redo this. This should use the new convention of, I might mess up too much stuff by doing this right now, so I'll do this later. So there we go. So this is now the plan. Now, schedule. Before I leave, I'm going to leave in just a few minutes. But before I go, it's noon. I definitely got to go. My goal is to have weekly live streams, which is essentially what you saw today. I didn't do too much goofing off or reading of random numbers or looking at community contributions. Those will be segments that I hope to do during my live streams. Today was just sort of a get organized, say hello live stream. And then and then I will be doing pretty regular, like multiple times per week, hopefully, tutorial recording sessions. So if you've been thinking about whether or not you want to join the Coding Train as a member, and you can go to the channel and hit the join button. Those recording sessions, will often live broadcast those available to people who are members. So for those who are members, stay tuned. I'm hopefully going to be starting to do that next week, where I don't know where I'll start with, whether it'll be chapter 3, 2.1 to 2.5 redo, the new express stops idea, or finish the Discord bots. Those are the things that I'm hopefully going to do 2 days next week of recording stuff. So thinking about how long it takes to do editing and captioning. Hopefully there'll be lots of new videos being released on the channels by the end of the month. But I'm most likely not going to be doing weekend live streams anymore. Oh, thank you, Niraj. You can see my lights are blinking over here. What did I want to say? I lost my train of thought. I think, well, ideally this time slot, Friday mornings, will be my live stream weekly time slot. I'm probably going to do about 3 per month. I might take some Fridays off to get more just tutorial recording in, frankly, because I really want to get all this nature of code stuff done. So my goal is 3 live streams per month, 1 or 2 recording sessions per week. We'll see how that goes. One guest video per month. That's like a nice sort of like a goal for me. We'll, at least through June, we'll see what happens this summer. So next Friday, that's when I'll be back. I might switch the weekly live stream to a different time, because Fridays might actually not work, but that's kind of my plan. So I hope everyone's doing well. I hope this was somewhat useful or interesting to you today. I welcome, again, your contributions on this GUMP 500 project, and I also need to put this sketch onto GitHub, so people, and we'll host it with GitHub pages probably, so that people can contribute to this generating the train whistle design project as well. All right, reinforcement learning, yeah, Q learning. Thank you for that. Let's see if we can put onto this list. This is kind of this is a stretch goal. Seems unlikely. Got to get rid of that full-time day job. Reinforcement learning, Q learning. There's an NYU student who is a Coding Train viewer who then went on to apply to NYU, is now at NYU, who has been sending me some really excellent tutorials and examples with Q learning, and I think could be a good model for some video tutorials. All right, I'm going to play my goodbye song, which is about 3 minutes long. I'm going to sort of keep an eye on the chat to see if there's any quick questions I can mention. And then otherwise, I'll be back a week from now. Don't forget to join the Discord. I'll paste the link. I'll press a button here, which will send a link to the chat. The dog really needs to go for a walk. So I had to go. Oh, I forgot. I have a new prop. Just like my bell with my train whistle, this one, I'll put it near the mic. think I should use this instead of the bell. I don't know what I should use it for. Yeah, here's Simon's accounting of all the coding challenges. 2016, 47, 1741, 1841, 1926. You know, I think exceptions can be granted for 2020. What a year that was. 3. Playlist, whoops, on P5 Play. I don't know if is P5 Play still actively maintained. I'm not sure. Hi, Chris. Hi, Nolan. Yes, I remember you donated. Andrew is saying new content is always great, but nobody should sleep on your old content. Yes. Say hello on behalf of all of us to Pickles. Oh, I don't know. Actually, we call her Pickle, but I think the name Pickles is actually pretty great. Use the sound when I make a commit. It's a good idea. More music in 2021 on the coding train. Will from America helped me put together some stuff for the processing telethon, so I got to get back in touch with Will and continue that. I don't know. I feel like I was a little less crazy today and just kind of like hanging out and typing stuff in and talking and chatting. I don't know if people think of the vibe. I barely played any sound effects or music or did any goofy stuff. So maybe this is the way the stream should be. Maybe I should get back into my more zany internet character. Oh, well, this is the end of the song. 10 seconds to go. I'm going to take you out with the This Dot song, and I will see you all next Friday live on the Coding Train is when I'll be back. All right? Goodbye, everybody. See you next week. As always, I always forget the this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do dot, this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot song. This dot, this dot, this dot. Never forget the this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot song. This dot, this dot. This dot, never forget this dot. This dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do dot, this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot. I'm gonna do this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot song. This dot, this dot, this dot. Never forget this dot. This dot, this dot, this dot. Never forget this dot. I'm gonna do the this dot, this dot, this dot, this dot, the this dot song. Never forget the this dot. Somebody compose that song for me. I'm going to say once again, here we go, sing it with me. It's the polar to Cartesian coordinate song. It's the polar to Cartesian coordinate song. Auto-tune and the internet will fix that for me. Sing it with me. It's the polar to Cartesian coordinate song. 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 Unicorns and rainbows and cupcakes. What else is there? Yes, kittens. Thank you very much. Kittens and rainbows and cupcakes. Notice that. Look what I get. I'm really losing my mind. Okay, let's do it. Kittens and kittens and kittens and kittens, 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 kittens and kittens and kittens, kittens and 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 kittens and kittens and kittens. I feel just sort of like a nice feeling of relaxation. Everything's going to be okay today. Dream is not broken. It has not frozen. This is a wonderful thing. Okay, we're going to do it. I'm really getting to something. I need my sound effect. Unicorns and rainbows and cupcakes. What else is there? Unicorns and rainbows and cupcakes. That was invalid syntax. I forgot. There was one other thing here that I think is important that I will use continuously over and over again in all sorts of text generation analysis things that I will use continuously over and over again. First thing I need to do is, yes, kittens. Kittens, kittens. I'm really losing my mind. Okay, we're gonna do it. Kittens and kittens and kittens and kittens, 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 kittens and kittens and kittens and Dots the darn ya. Byron, oh wait, just at the last second, there's a new member. Hello and welcome, member whose name I can't say because it's written in another language with a character set that I don't know how to pronounce. But welcome with a nice little beautiful watermelon, I would say a little slice of watermelon profile picture. Welcome to the coding train. Your very own random number is 10,000. Is anybody actually still watching this? It's on page 43. It is column 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Column 8. I should know that because it's the last column is column 9. And it is row 2,120. It is 10,798. So welcome. I don't know if you're actually watching or if you just happen to join. That's the thing. I'll get the notification in the live chat whether or not somebody is watching or just happen to join through another means while I happen to be live streaming. But you get a little extra minute with me here. But I'm really saying goodbye now. I'm going to click this button that says end stream, and I'll see you all next week. Goodbye. Whoops. No. End. Go here. End.